what is an Ironman race. And no, it isn't the Tony Stark Ironman, but it is a triathlon race that starts with a 2.4 mile swim, and then you head right into a 112 grueling bike ride. And if that wasn't enough, you go on to run a full marathon, which is 26.2 miles, and that makes you an Ironman. My journey of wanting to become an Ironman started a few years ago. When I learned about the Ironman race, I always thought it would be cool to do it one day. Never did I think I'd do it now, but here we are. I did my first half Ironman 70.3 last year in December, not knowing whether I'd ever make it through the swim. Since I wasn't a swimmer, I learned how to swim last year. Ever since, I've had the bug and itch of wanting to do a full Ironman. But there's a lot of factors that get into wanting to do an Ironman. You have to have the resources, you have to have the time to train for it, a good bike, wetsuit, training gear, nutrition. So it's not just a race, there's a lot that goes into the race. Well, I've been training triathlon style pretty much the whole year, and since the half of last year when I was training for the 70.3, and then I did an 8-week dedicated training block for the Ironman, full Ironman race. But I was swimming about 8 to 10,000 a week. Not a strong swimmer, so I hope to gain a lot of time. Just swimming to survive. A lot of time on the saddle, a lot of time biking, 2 to 3 times a week. My peak was about 200 miles, and on average I was biking anywhere from 100 to 150 miles a week, and I feel stronger in the run. Like, that's been my stronger point. And I've been running not a whole lot, about 30 to 40 miles a week, doing a lot of aerobic long runs and some race pace efforts. One thing about training for an Ironman race is nutrition is a key factor. You have to eat a lot, and if you aren't eating enough, that can hamper your training for the next day and the day after, the weeks following after. So it's very important to eat a good, heavy carb loaded, nutritious meal before your big workouts, making sure you're getting enough calories throughout the week so you can support yourself for the next week of training, next block of training. And it's pretty heavy on the body, especially as somebody who weightlifts as well. It's pretty hard to balance doing your hybrid style of swimming, biking, running training along with weightlifting. They tend to collide with each other, but I believe there's a harmonic balance, which I'm still trying to find. I think one of the biggest things in Ironman training is balance. Balance in training, balance in nutrition, balance in your social life, balance in your head. Not getting too overwhelmed with the amount of training and the distances, but breaking it apart in your smaller runs, in your smaller intensities. And those things add up in race day. This weekend is my last long weekend training for my full Ironman. It's technically my peak week, but since I was pacing my friend in his Leadville 100 last weekend, doing a slightly longer workout this weekend, trying to do my first century ride. Man, I'm in mile 83. I've been in the saddle for 5 hours, but with multiple rests. To think that I'll be sitting in the saddle and riding 112 miles non-stop is just absurd to think about. But to think that after this it's taper and then race week, it's crazy. Been looking forward to this for a while now. It feels surreal that it's coming up so soon. Ooh, I'm excited. Let's go. I just finished my 100-mile bike ride, first century ride. Let's go. Had a lot of rest, had a lot of stops, just because I was having a lot of saddle pain. I would do about 6 miles, about an hour, easy. Tomorrow's a big long run day, race pace effort, anywhere from 18 to 20 miles, and then the work is done. The hay will be in the barn next week. Starts my taper, and then it's race day, baby. Whew. Something I want to tell my future self is, I know you're scared, I know you'll be nervous, but just like all the other events that you've done, you will get through this too. Ironman Wisconsin is an iconic course. It's not easy. It's 2 laps of Lake Monona. Since it's 2 laps, the faster swimmers will definitely be overrunning the slower ones, which is me. So hopefully that's not too bad. The bike course is what makes Ironman Wisconsin really popular. It's not a flat course, it's a very hilly course. I believe it's what can make or break you. So it's important to save your legs, but also attack some of those hills. Pushing on the hills really helps you in the run. And we have the run course, which is pretty much flat, so it should be a nice course around the downtown and around Madison, and it's very spectator friendly. Just made some fuel for tonight before I head to Wisconsin. Potatoes, pasta, and some blueberry muffins. We're ready to go to Wisconsin. race. Let's go. That's the swim course right there. Let's go, guys, come on! Woo-hoo!
Yeah, so it's kind of going to be
Your bags are set. We're about to go on a quick ride, test our bikes, clear everything on the transition, and then it's time to rest. Bike is set in the transition. It almost feels surreal that I'm here sitting and tomorrow I'm doing the Ironman race, which I've dreamt about and wanting to do for a while. And just to be here, sitting here today, I feel grateful. I think that's the emotion I have right now. I am scared, I am nervous, yes, but at this point, there isn't much I can do with those emotions other than just accepting it and moving forward with it. But I feel grateful that I'm here. I feel grateful that some of my friends are here to support me. I've been envisioning swimming, biking, and running through the course plenty times before I sleep, while I train, and tomorrow it's all going to be coming to life. See the ramp towards the finish line, and I look forward to that. Maybe 11 to 15 hours. It's gonna feel amazing, and I look forward to it. Ironman, Wisconsin, 2025. Tomorrow is the day. Let's go. It is race morning, 4 a.m. About to go get ready, and it's a big dance. Let's go. Time to go, baby. It's a beautiful race morning here in Wisconsin. We're here, close to the start line. We're nervous but excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The swim was chaos as always. I started with the 150 base group and I ended up finishing in actually 139. It felt like a really long swim and I was getting hungry in the second lap of the swim. The bike course was not forgiving. There were hills after hills, and every hill I got over, I knew I had to do it all over again in the second lap. And apart from the hills, I had 2 punctures, faced an issue with my derailleur, and lost way at mile 105 for 6 miles, so I had to backtrack all the way. So I ended up riding 118 miles on a 112 mile course. And I also had some cramps settling in at mile 70, so I was honestly worried how I was going to get over 40 more miles and then still run a marathon after. As I started the run, I settled into a pace that I knew I could handle. But honestly, now was the time to enjoy, look around, seep in the moment, because soon enough I was going to hear those words that I've been waiting for and that I've been dreaming to hear. Reflecting on the good and the bad of the training, all the highs and the lows, and everything that led me here today. And there it was, like music to my ears. It's hard to describe in words how I felt after crossing the finish line, but the emotions I was feeling was grateful, proud, happy, and represent. I was flooded with emotions and shed some tears too, thinking about my friends, my family, all the training I had done, all the days that I didn't want to train but I still did, all the fear and anxiety, being unsure about whether I could even do it, but there I was, a proud finisher, an Ironman. And if you were to ask me how hard that was, well, let me say this, I would do it again.
This one's for you, my mom, my dad, my sister, my niece, my friends, everyone who supported me. And this one's for the child in me that never quits, that keeps going and wants to reach the skies.